Welcome to part 2, where we're going to talk about the difference between the different interest rates and what the effect is on principal and interest specifically. Hey guys, it's Mortgage Mel, and it's time for today's Mortgage Minute part 2. On this chart that I've created, you're going to see 6, 6.25, 6.5, 6.75, and 7% as interest rates. Now, we're going to take those interest rates and you're going to see then that we look at principal and interest only. We take out the taxes and insurance because it kind of confuses the issue. We want to see what the real difference is between the 6 and 6.25 or 6.5 and 6.75. What difference is that in real terms of your monthly payment? So here I took $350,000. And you can see we took these different interest rates and you're going to see how much the payment is. Look at the difference between these different interest rates and the principal and interest. That is the difference. It's about $58 and change. So between 6.75 and 7, it's about $58. From 6.5 to 6.75, it's about $58 and a little bit of change. So not such a big deal if you're between those. Now, if you're talking about a full 0.5%, so between 6.5 and 7, then it starts to make a little bit more of a difference. So typically, for example, on a refinance, I would recommend at about a 0.5 point to 0.75 point is when we start to look at it making sense to refinance, so that you can get a little bit lower monthly payment. But if we're looking at splitting hairs, like where the market's been recently, between 6.8, 6.9, 7, 7.1, not as much of a difference as you might think. So let's say you are looking to purchase a house and you are holding off because of interest rates, because you think they're super high. Well, they're high relative to 3 years ago, yes. 2 years ago, yes. However, in the scheme of things, we've talked about this before, they're really not that high. This is pretty normal. What do I think is going to happen going forward? Do I think we're going to get back down to 2 ever again? No. Do I think we're going to see 3s ever again? Also no. Could we possibly see 5.5? Maybe. Depends on what happens in the greater economy. All those different factors that press on mortgage bonds and the mortgage bond market. Let's keep watching and see where it goes. We can save a few dollars along the way. That's going to be fantastic. I hope this information helps. And if it does, give me a like and a follow and have a great day.